Starting in the name of Allah, the most merciful, mighty and gracious to all. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and welcome to the class of Human Resource Management. Today we are going to start the 6th lecture of HRM, and the concern of the lecture is job analysis and job design. Students, in this lecture I have combined the two contents. One is job analysis. First we will discuss that what is job analysis. We will discuss the various outcomes of job analysis, and then we also will discuss the different techniques, methods of job analysis. Upon the completion of job analysis, then we will move toward the next content, that is job design. We will discuss that what is the pattern of job design and what is the job design basically, and then we will discuss the different elements comes under the job design, and we will also discuss that what are the different techniques under the job design. Now students, let's start from the first content, that is job analysis. According to the bookish definition of job analysis, the job analysis is a systematic exploration of the activities within a job, an assessment that defines a job and the behaviors necessary to perform the job. It defines and documents the duties, responsibilities and accountabilities of a job and the conditions under which a job is to be performed. Simply stated, if you notice that job analysis, this terminology is the combination of two words. One is job and another is analysis. Job simply means tasks, karuna, mosuliyatuna, and analysis simply means the study, the exploration. Now combine two words, the whole idea will be clear to you. It means study, exploration about the tasks, about the duties within a job. So simply stated, we can say a job analysis is a systematic exploration or study of the activity within a job. Simply, it is a technical procedure used to define the duties, the accountabilities, the responsibilities of a job. So job analysis, this involves the identification and description of what is happening on the job or within a job, with identification of the required tasks, the knowledge and the skills necessary to perform the job. Hope a bit idea will be clear that what is basically a job analysis. Now we will discuss the different methods used under the job analysis process. Job analysis, the examination of the jobs are done by the different techniques. Number first, that is the observation method. What is observation method? Mushahida ची वर्तवायु. Job analyst watch employees directly or reviews film of workers on the job. Simply stated, a job analyst or job analysis technique in which data are gathered by watching employees work, and a job analyst watch these works of employees directly or due to the films of workers on the job. So observations may be combined with the interviewing technique as well. Then the analyst will take the complete notes as well. For example, like the reviewing of the assembly line workers and the accounting clerks jobs, etc. Direct observation is especially useful when jobs consist mainly of observable physical activities, like as I told you, assembly line workers and accounting clerks are the common example. On the other hand, observation is usually not appropriate when the job entails or contains a lot of mental activities, like the job of a lawyer, the job of a design engineer, etc. Nor it is useful if the employee only occasionally engages in important activity, such as a nurse, like who handles emergencies. Hope inshallah a bit idea will be clear. Now the next method under the job analysis technique or review the jobs, that is interview technique. Interview ko tolu ta pata da face to face discussion between two parties, that is simply known as interview. It contains individual interview. A team of job incumbents is selected and extensively interviewed. Interview with each employee separately. And sometimes we have the group interview method. A number of job incumbents are interviewed simultaneously. Simply stated, interviews with group of employees who have the same job. Or sometime interview ke we have some technical conference interview method. The technical conference interview method, sometimes it is known as supervisory interview method. हम देता वही use supervisors with an extensive knowledge of the job. Interview with one or more supervisors who know the job. Now interview की mostly से कीगी, they use the group interviews when a large number of employees are performing similar, same or identical work, since it can be a quick and you can say inexpensive way to gather information. It is a relatively simple and quick way to collect information, including information that might never appear on a definitely written form. So distortion of information is the main problem mostly in interview, whether due to outright falsification or honest misunderstandings. Now another, we have the इंटरव्यू की जगह मूंग सरा मोस्टली इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस हम तपोस कीगी अक्सर सही हुआ नो कला कला इंटरव्यू सरा सरा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर्ड क्वेश्चनियर मेथड ना हम इस्तेफादा की दा लगती जी किसे कलाड़मा चे ऑलरेडी यू हैव डिस्कस दीस थिंग्स सही हुआ पदी सिद्धू मन तासो सर खलास शवे दे ऑलरेडी तासो विले दी नजर का लग क्विक पकिलाड़मा नगोरा कला कला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इंटरव्यू सरा सरा क्वेश्चनियर ना हम सवालनामा चे तासो वरतवई इस्तेफादा की वर्कर्स कंप्लीट स्पेसिफिकली डिजाइन क्वेश्चनियर उस मोस्टली क्वेश्चनियर के डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चन पोज की लाइक व्हाट इज द जॉब बीइंग परफॉर्म, what are the major duties of your position, what exactly do you do, what physical locations do you work in, what are the education, experiences, skills and where applicable certifications and licensing requirements. Sometimes the question ke da hum tapos ki in what incentives do you participate, what activities do you participate, what are the basic accountabilities performance standards that typify your work, what are the environmental and working conditions involved. Different questioning ki deshi dam ki deshi, what are the physical and safety conditions, how much you are satisfied with your mental and physical conditions, are you exposed to any hazardous or unusual working conditions, are you satisfied from the boss behavior. So different question dena suppose ki deshi dena ilawa your bal method de, that is known as diary method. Sometimes it is known as the logos method as well. Job incumbents record their daily activities. Ab the process se basically this method is a job analysis technique in which workers record their daily activities usually in a diary. Daily listing made by workers or employees through HR department of every activity in which they engage along with the time each activity takes. गुरचे संग हर यो मेथड यो प्रोन्स और कॉन्स लरी नो दा के डायरी मेथड चे हम दे दा फायदाम लरी लेकिन दे नुकसान हम दे नुकसान से दे नुकसान दा दे चे दैट इज वेरी टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. मोस्टली एम्प्लॉयज डू द सेल्फ रिपोर्टिंग एंड रिमेंबरिंग व्हाट वाज डन अर्लियर दा डेरा दिया था ग्राना खबर दा नो उस कजे तासु तो मा चे सर कम यो मेथड बेस्ट दे नो गुरा इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन ऑन द नेचर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Did organizations HR department da sidi chaha job analysis de para questionnaire method istifada kai, did organization da sidi chaha technical conference method ne istifada kai, did diary method ne istifada kai, lekin diary method che de da dir kam istemali gi wal che de ke flash chances der zyati sahi hua. और most organization da sidi chaha combination istemali. Combination mean 2 or 3 techniques combine की मतलब क्वेश्चनियर अवल क्वेश्चनियर वर्क किया ना फर्स्ट कम दे हर यो एम्प्लॉय ना इंटरव्यू वाली नो ज़कर दिल तमारी करी दी द बेस्ट रिजल्ट्स आर यूजुअली अचीव्ड विद सम कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ मेथड्स. होप इंशाल्लाह a bit idea will be clear. Now we are going to discuss the outcomes of job analysis. उस the job analysis चे कम दे दे actual results सरे दे actual results चे दे सही फुरा दामुक सरा द्री सीज़ुनरी. Number one, that is job description. number 2 that is job specification, and number 3 that is job evaluation. First of all, job description. What is job description? Job description simply a written description there, a written statement there of what job holder does, how it is done, under what conditions and why. Simply stated, job description includes the job title, the duties to be performed, the distinguishing characteristics of the job, environmental conditions of the job, and the authority and responsibility of the job holder. Or simply we can say used to describe the job to applicants, to guide new employees and to evaluate employees. What is job description? Well, if you notice job description, job already I told you duties, responsibilities, tasks, and description से the word description mean bayaniya, to explain something. Job description से job description a piece of information there, written piece of information that explains कि यो individual, यो नफर, यो incumbent, यो employee दा बखपल job के कैसे, मतलब आगे job बसी, job नूम बसी, working hours बसी, department बसी, department location बसी, सही nature of the job बसी, authority बचा सरे, सही chain of scalar chain बसी, आगे responsibilities बसी. No, आगा statement, आगा written form piece of information which explain all the descriptions that a person, individual will perform in his or her job. That description is simply known as your job description. That is your job description sample. It will make your idea now fully clear. The your specimen means sample, namuna of job description. Ab job description se the job that is compensation manager. Ab compensation manager, it is the title of the job, matlab designation of the job. Next is the code. That is the departmental code. HR हर यो employee department जे दे आगाज़ाना यो code लरी. उस department नूम कम यो दे HRD या HRM human resource department. अब job summary से दा responsible for the design and administration of employees compensation program. मतलब चिदा बसिकई दाब compensation department की या compensation section की बकार कई. Duties मौसूलियतुन इससे conduct job analysis, prepare job description, and evaluate job description and act chairman of job evaluation committee. Ensure the company's compensation rates are tuned with the company's philosophy. Develop and administer performance appraisal program. Develop and oversee bonus and other employee benefit plans. As I told you, जब compensation section के HR different section इलरी तब compensation section के कार कई वाले जो job title चिकम दे designation चिकम दे that is compensation manager दे. उस working condition भी सी normal working condition भी सही 8 hours per day duty है 5 days a week बदा कार कई. उस रिपोर्टिंग बचा लकई मतलब मशरान भाई स्केलर चेन सूखती डायरेक्टर या ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डिपार्टमेंट अब रिपोर्टिंग कई. उसको if you remember, if you notice, whatever the piece of information is given, the sort of piece of information कि मुंगता मिलाओ दे, they totally explain the nature of the job. Zaka, that is known as Zaka da way, the written statement, the written proof, the written piece of information which explains all the relevant information which the job holder does inside his or her job is known as your job description. Next you come there, that is job specification. As by name it is clear what is job specification. But job specification states minimum acceptable qualification. Simply stated, the minimum acceptable qualification that the incumbent must possess to perform a certain job successfully. Like for example, अगर कम qualification की देशी, अगर knowledge की देशी, अगर skills की देशी, अगर education की देशी the individual, अगर experience की देशी, certification वगैरह की देशी, and abilities या दगा की देशी, अगर skills की देशी. Used to select employees who have the essential qualification, as I told you. So now next thing is job specification. Job already mata so what is job specification? Specification mean ahem, muhim चीज. अब what is muhim चीज? Muhim चीज mean muhim nukat, muhim points, which includes in the personality clear of your individual, your job holder. Your कस्ट organization hire कई, is it? No, उससे दे पारा hire कई. Definitely, when organization HR department is going to hire the person to fulfill a vacant position inside the organization, उस the vacant position fulfillment दे पारा चकम कस राजी. No, आया दे कस knowledge, सूरा पकार दे, دې کس کې سکلز څومره پکار دي، د دې ډیګري کومه پکاره ده، د دې ایکسپیرینس څومره پکار دی، د دې ایکسپرټیز سرټیفیکیشن څومره پکار دي، د دې سکلز څومره پکار دي. نو that piece of information which explains clear the specification clear to perform a job inside the incumbent is known as your job specification. अब now job specification for the compensation manager. वक्त मां चाहता था अव्वल compensation manager job description हुए उस च compensation manager च कम हायर कई यो HR department बाइट अगे कस च कम दे अगे individual education सरा पकार दे education पकार दे MBA पकार दे specialization in HRM sexual या MA in social work के पकार दे. अब पूरा दा च कम दे that is the specification hold by the incumbent. A degree or diploma in labor laws is desirable. Experience at least 3 year experience in a similar position pakar de. The skills pakar de. All these are the skills. And work orientation factor, the position may require 15% central travel and age pakar de, preferably between below 30 years age pakar de, 35 years pakar de. Uskura all piece of information like education, experience, skill, knowledge, work orientation factors and age, all these are the relevant clear to this all these are the relevant specification to the job holder to perform a job is known as your job specification. Hope inshallah a bit idea will be clear. Now the next thing is the next outcome, the last outcome of the job analysis is that is job evaluation. Ab job evaluation simply specify a relative value of each job in the organization. It simply means that job evaluation pertains to the level of compensation for the said jobs for the mentioned position. For an organization to have an equitable fair compensation program, jobs that have similar demands in terms of skills, knowledge and abilities should be placed in common compensation groups. So therefore job evaluation contributes toward the end by the specifying the relative value of each job in the organization. Simply stated, we can say that job evaluation is made possible by the data generated from the job analysis. What is job evaluation? Gura job evaluation से तो वही evaluation वही सही irtikala उस चीज़ पर बरके for example study कवल या अर्जियाबी कवल. So job evaluation से job evaluation यो दा से process थे that where organizations के HR department different job study कई और the total jobों ने चले दा याव बलसरा compare कई वाले अगे reason से दे अगे reason basically equitable compensation study कवल दी. It simply means that job evaluation is the process that where the HR department compares the jobs to identify the worth of a job. कि कम यो job सूरा मुहिम दे, कम यो job की कम यो responsibility ज़्यादा मुहिम दी. Reason because organization चे कम दे आगा basically the हर यो job compensation study कवल वाड़ी. पर दे असास मने पर job evaluation असास मने the salary चे कम दे दा टकल की. Is it? No organization da guri chaya come your job de zyat muhimma de. Like this to take the example of a manager job and take the example of a PN. Say sure your kaka job rawali, let's suppose or your the PN manager job rawali. Aya come to manager job de age importance, age value, age worth equal to the PN worth? No, not at all. Definitely मसूलियत चिकम the manager is more responsible. No matlab responsibility clear within a managerial job that is more, that is high. So definitely अगर responsibility सेवादा no अगर compensation हम सेवादा सही हुआ. No अगर process that where jobs are to be compared to identify the worth of the job, this process that where worth is to be identified among the jobs, this process is simply known as your job evaluation process. Hope inshallah a bit idea will be clear. Now the next topic, the next concern, that was job design. Or simply stated, job design, it simply means design a job. What a dwarakam concept. Design the job means simply to design a job, to structure a job. Your job जोड़ कई, your job ला shape work कई. सही हुआ? नहीं दो किसी की देशी या दो aspects की देशी. Yo aga time now you are going to make a complete new organization. تاسو مکمل یو نوې سیټ اپ جوړول غواړئ نو هغې دپاره you are creating a new job. یو بالکل نوې سیټ اپ دی، یو نوې جاب تاسو کریټ کول غواړئ. So then HR department need job design. Second aspect دا دی چې already your organization existing دی، organization موجود دی. now you want to reshape the jobs. تاسو هغه existing organization کې د کم چشته جوابونه دي هغه responsibilities چې دی هغه له تاسو شیپ ورکوي صحیح شو هغه کې تاسو جدت راولي یو نوې ډیزاین ورکول غواړي. So then in that situation, in that aspect, again HR department required the job design. Now what is job design? Job design simply means to reshape, to structure the job. It means design a job. Basically the job design چې کوم دی it is part of the motivation, employee motivation. ولې چې موږ دا کوشش کوو چې یو جاب جوړیږي څنګه یو جاب کې کم کانټینټس پکار دی یا کله چې یو امپلوي لپاره موږ یو جاب جوړو یو ډیزاین کوو یو جاب یو سټرکچر ورکو نو باید کم سیزونه هغه جاب کې HR ډپارټمنټ سټډي وکړي and that should be included in that clear design the job. So simply job design is a way of organizing tasks, duties and responsibilities. So job design simply explains that how to organize, how to manage the different tasks, duties, responsibilities within a productive unit of the work. While designing work, HR managers should take care of organizational requirements in terms of timely completion, high quality, better use of resources. Now uskura, as I told you, job design se to reshape a job. نو کله چې HR ډپارټمنټ یو جاب لا شیپ ورکړي یو جاب لا کنسنټریشن ورکړي نو باید کم فیکټرز سټډي وکړي and that should be included. نو ګوره دې ته موږ وایو elements of the job design. Elements of the job design simply mean factors of the job design. نو باید HR ډپارټمنټ کم فیکټر سټډي وکړي. فرست اف آل چې کله هم HR ډپارټمنټ هغه جاب ډیزاین کوي یو جاب له سټرکچر ورکړي یو جاب له شیپ ورکړي صحیح شو نو فرست organizational elements پکې must وګوري. Any of the HR department when the process of job design is conducted, so the first factor must be under consideration by the HR department and that is the organizational factor, the organizational element. अब what comes under the organizational factors? Organizational factors या element के से वगैरह HR department چې کله job the design work کوي. Number 1 mechanistic approach वगैरह. Second workflow uguri, next work practices uguri, and the third that is ergonomics uguri pake. Ab let me explain one by one in detail. Number 1 mechanistic setawal, mechanistic approach. The mechanistic approach involves identifying every task in a job so that task can be arranged to minimize the time and effort expended by workers. Once task identification is complete, a limited number of tasks are grouped into a job. What is mechanistic approach? By the name it is clear, mechanistic. Mechanistic mean a mechanism, a process. मतलब यो कार के चूरा कारून दी यो जॉब के चूरा कारून दी. सपोज जब तासुला टीचिंग कोमा सही शो नो आया उस टीचिंग के कम कारून कोमा बोरा टीचिंग के फॉर पर स्लाइड जोड़ावम अटेंडेंस आखलमा सही शो देना अलावा च कम द टेस्टुना आलमा पेपर चेक कोमा एग्जाम कंडक्शन ड्यूटी दा सही शो नॉर्म एक्टिविटीज दी बोरा दा डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज दी सही शो डिफरेंट टास्क दी उस हर यो जॉब के आइडेंटिफाई मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क्स چې کم ټاسک ریپیټیشن دی لکه زه فایلینګ کوم اوس زه یو ډپارټمنټ کې فایلینګ کوم په بل ډپارټمنټ کې یا بل فایلینګ یو کار ولا ډبل فور ایگزامپل فایلینګ کوم نو باید چې دا کم چې ایکسترا کارونه دي دا لري کوم کم چې امپورټنت جابز دي ټاسک دي ودین ا جاب صحیح شو هغه زه کمپایل کوم صحیح شو نو فرست اف all make the thing very simple simply that is known as your mechanistic approach مطلب چې کم پروسس ته د کار کولو هغه آئیډنټیفای شي چې کم یو کارونه پکې ایکسترا دي هغه ډیلیټ شي او کم یو کارونه پکې امپورټنت دي صحیح شو that should be remain within the process of the job. Next is workflow. What is workflow? To arrange the task in a proper sequence of simplicity. Simple. Workflow mean sequence. मतलब order کې organizing چې simply ورته وایو چې کم یو کار نه پس په کم یو کار کو like for example ګوره سیمستر چې سٹارټ کیږي صحیح شو نو مډ ټرم رچی after 8 weeks mid term چې کنډکټ شي هغه ریزلټ اناونس شي بیا چې دی صحیح شو 16 weeks نه پس فائنل ایگزام رچی it mean that is a sequence to carry a task صحیح شو نو کم یو کار به سٹارټینګ وی کم یو کار به مډ کی کم یو کار به اینڈ کی every task every job has a proper sequence the sequence چې کوم دی that is known as workflow. When they collect all these tasks, it form a proper job. For example, a plant manager will perform all the tasks in a proper sequence. چې څنګه ماته ته وي یو ترتیب پکار دی. The flow of work should be in proper way. Hope inshallah abhi idea will be clear. Next is the work practice. what is work practice? Work practice simply means a set ways of performing work, means how the employees will perform their duties. These methods may arise from traditional or collective wishes of the employees. لکه څنګه چې تاسو وګوره یو کار کولو طریقه څه ده، لکه سهار کې ټول امپلویز 8 بجې ارګنایزیشن کې به حاضر شي، صحیح شو؟ دیٹ از ا کامن پریکټس. نو باید زما ارګنایزیشن کې هم کسان چې کوم دی هغه 8 بجې حاضری، صحیح شو؟ 5 بجې رخصت کیږي، نو باید چې 5 بجې زما د ارګنایزیشن نه هم خلک چې دی هغه رخصتي وکړي. اب دیٹ از ا کامن ورک پریکټس، صحیح شو؟ نو باید زما ارګنایزیشن کې هم ورک پریکټس یا جاب پریکټس چې کوم دی هغه عمومي ټریډیشنل پکار دی. دیٹ از سمپلی نون ایز ورک پریکټس، simply stated. And the last is ergonomics. What is ergonomics? Ergonomics proper چې دا موږ سره یو study ده. study څه ده؟ دا هغه study ده that somebody, the individual that is operating ساده الفاظ کې نورم د ایزی ایکسپلینیشن درکمه، مطلب یو امپلوی خپل جاب کې کم ټولز استفاده کوي. Is it the study of the tools and techniques and relationship of the employee with the tools and techniques that will be applicable clear in his or her job. مطلب چې یو امپلوی خپل جاب کې کم یو ټولز او ټیکنیکس یا مشینری نه استفاده کوي او تر څو حد پورې that person individual is comfortable to use that machine or operators within the job. That study is simply known as ergonomic study. So optimal productivity requires that the physical relationship between the worker and the work be considered in designing the job. Ergonomics is the study of how human beings physically interface with their equipment. چې څنګه ما تاسو وې you got a physical interface with the equipment. Equipment mean tools, machine. Like for example, زه یو دغه یم electrician as a کار کوم organization کې، صحیح شو؟ د برقي چې ورته وایو. او سپوز زما جاب حصہ ده چې زه به خامخا برق د پاره لاینونو د پاره د ډریل ماشین استفاده کوم. نو اوس ergonomics چې کوم سټډي ده دا به ګوري چې آیا مستر عادل از ا برقي چې کوم دی دا ډریل ماشین نه صحیح استفاده کولای شي، آیا چرته ډیکسټری خو نشته ورته، مطلب چې باډي موومنټس وغیرہ خو شیورینګ وغیرہ خو نه کوي، آیا دا کم چې ټولز خپل جاب کې استفاده کوي دا صحیح استفاده کولای شي، دې سره د دې یوزیبিলিټي باندې پوهه ده که نه دی پوهه. یا دینه علاوه فور ایگزامپل زه یو کمپیوټر اپریټر یم، از اټ او زما لاسونه چې کوم دی هغه ډیر زیات شیورینګ کوي، مطلب رپیږي، لرزش کوي، نو آیا زه دا ټایپینګ صحیح کولای شم که نه شم کولای؟ It means that individual, Mr. Adil, is physically dealing better with the required equipment or not. Now that's a study that where the study about the physical interaction of the individual with the tools, equipment used by the individual within the job. That study is known as simply your ergonomic study. Hope inshallah da wali kigi basically the productivity de para kigi. Actually che organization ke individual sura tools best apply kawali shi or the person will be more productive. That surah hum چې څلور مونږ وې all these were known as your organizational elements. صحیح شو؟ اوس نیکسٹ چې دی اچ آر مینیجر چې کله هم جاب ډیزاین کوي نو نیکسٹ فیکٹر به کوم یو ګوري؟ نیکسٹ فیکٹر چې دی هغه ګوري انوایرمنټل ایلیمنٹ. اوس انوایرمنټل ایلیمنٹ کې به اول ګوري امپلوی ابیلیټي اینڈ اویلیبیلیټي and then بیا به ګوري social and cultural expectation. Now let me explain one by one in detail. Employability and availability. When we are going to design the job for the employee, we should be careful about the ability and availability of that employees to whom we are going to design the job. Means the job that we want to design, the employees have the ability to perform and these employees are available in the market or not. Simply stated, چې کله هم یو جاب ډیزاین کیږي نو اول خو مونږ ګورو چې آیا هغه کس چې کم جاب د لپاره مونږ فور ایگزامپل ساتو آیا هغه کس چې کم دی مارکیټ کې اویلیبل دی. لایک فور ایگزامپل زه وایم لیټس سپوز MIS مینجمنٹ انفارمیشن سسٹم صحیح شو یا GIS جیوگرافیکل انفارمیشن سسٹم چې کوم دی. اب دې لپاره we want to hire a person. First we have to study that either this person is available in the market. داسې کس شته چې MIS یا GIS باندې هولډ لري، صحیح شو. Second thing چې کوم کس مونږ هایر کړی دی the person has the ability to operate these softwares or not. نو اول چې دی صحیح شوله دغه جاب ډیزاین کې د دوه څیزونه ابیلیټي اینډ اویلیبیلیټي لازمي ده. دغه اویلیبیلیټي ما تاسو له HRP کې هم ټیچ کړی وه چې ارګنایزیشن ګوري چې آیا دا ایکولیبریم فارم کې دی که نه دی. and after that the next is social and cultural expectation. چې کوم هم جاب ډیزاین کیږي نو HR must ګوري چې آیا سوشل او کلچر ایکسپیکټیشن سره مطلب دا سوسایټي څه فیل کوي، صحیح شو یا جاب چې کوم دی د دې سوسایټي کې به رول څنګه and when we are going to design the job, social and cultural expectation must be followed. Means what basically our society and culture want from us. Like زه به تاسو له example درکم ګوره اوس for example I want to hire a sales person. اوس ګوره که میل سیل پرسن دی نو هغه خو مارکیټ کې سروایو کولی شي لیکن زمونږ چې کومه ریسټرکټډ سوسایټي ده دې کې سیل پرسن چې کوم دی هغه فیمیله نشي کیدی صحیح شوه کیدی شي لیکن هغې دپاره ریسټرکشن ډېر زیات دي ولې چې سیل پرسن دپاره زمونږ سوسایټي کې موسټلی سیل مینز آر بیسیکلی پریفرډ فیمیله چې کومه ده صحیح شوه هغه ډېر لکه کمبود چې دی هغه سیلز پرسن دغه کیدی شي سیلز فیمیل کیدی شي ولې چې سوسایټي دا شی چې کوم دی دا نه ایکسپټ کوي so we cannot design such a job for a female because in our society and culture female cannot perform such activities دینه علاوه نورم ډېر کیدی شي ګوره ډېر ارګنایزیشن داسې دي چې هلته کو کلچر دی مطلب میل او فیمیل کمباین کار کوي اوس مونږ به ګورو چې آیا زمونږ په سوسایټي کې زمونږ په ارګنایزیشن کې میل او فیمیل کمباین یو ځای کې ناسته کې کار کولی شي که نه شي کولی صحیح شوه سو وی مسټ هیو ټو سټډي د سوشل فیکټر اور د کلچر فیکټر دیر ان د job design factor. Hope inshallah bit idea will be clear. And the next thing is behavioral element. उस पूरा behavioral element mean action element. देखो simple होने concept है देखिए autonomy, variety, task identification and feedback. Right. Already we have discussed here. Autonomy mean power. Say what? Like for example, mala your job is assigned. Say I'm a teacher. So now my power should be defined. زما مسؤلیت څه دی لیکن زما پاور څه دی لکه فار ایگزامپل اف آی ایم ا ټیچر صحیح شوه نو زما پاور څه دی زما سټیټس څه دی اف آی ایم ا ډین صحیح شوه که زه ایچ او ډي یم نو زما پاور څه دی آیا آی کین کنټرول اونلی د ټیچرز I can control only the for example students, I can control only the supervisor, I can for example control the other department as well. No, the restriction, the power comes there. First of all, that is known as the autonomy. The status defined. Second is the variety of tasks. मतलब जब अपना job के कम further कारूना कम. That is known as the variety of the task. Task identification कम यो कार जमा मुशख्खस थे. Like for example, I am a teacher. No जमा ता कारूना मुशख्खस शवी दी. जब कम कार कोमा, जब teaching कोमा, जब site जोड़ोमा, जब attendance आलमा, जब देना अलावा चकम दे exam ब conduct कोमा, paper ब check कोमा, सही हुआ final exam ब आलमा, duty ब कोमा. It mean tasks are identified to me. And the last is feedback. Feedback को टूर तो पता what is feedback? सही हुआ means know what is going to do, what he is doing for what purpose he is doing. If the job holder didn't understand about their duties and responsibilities, then he cannot perform well their job. Simply stated, feedback se feedback rai de. Are you happy from your job? Saishwa no mana sutta post ke Mr. Adil, are you happy from your job? It means simply they are getting a feedback from me. They tamunga will simply feedback. No da aga factor di che kam job design kigi no by jo HR manager da must study ki. Now job redesign या job designing पर कम तरीकों की देशी job design चिरे आगा पर job rotation method माने कीगी पर job enlargement method माने कीगी and the job enrichment method माने कीगी. Now what is job rotation? First of all, job rotation. In job rotation, the employees are moved from one job to another job. It is clear from the definition that employees are moved from one job to another job. Let me give an example. Mostly aga kasan that they are newly hired by the organization as an internee. Chikala ham new internee organization tarashi no organization aga internee mean 3 or 4 months ke para yokas training taragali short time period de para agi tamunga internee wayo learning process taragali no kala ham da internee chirashi no da internee drisalur myashto ki sayshura yo 2 hafte yo department ki kini yo 2 hafte bel department ki kini yo 2 hafte dream department ki gili sayshura with the passage of time sayshura he or she is rotating from department to department, position to position. Da chikam he is rotating or she is rotating from department to department or position to position to learn about the various jobs. This process is known as job rotation process. By the name it is clear, job rotation. Rotation means rotate, gardish. Sexual circulate the person from position to position, job to job, learning process te para. Here the workers are rotated to enhance their skills, abilities to perform well their duties and responsibilities. Through this, workers or employees becomes more competent and learn more techniques to perform well the assigned tasks. Definitely I told you learning process te para hai. Second is job enlargement. As by the name it is clear, job enlargement, enlarge the job, मतलब expand the scope of the job. यो ड्यूटी सारा बला ड्यूटी हम पके ऐड का, द्वे में ड्यूटी सारा द्रे में ड्यूटी हम पके ऐड का, सही हुआ. लेकिन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज पके सेवा का जॉब के, लेकिन पावर या अथॉरिटी च कम दे आगा सेवा मकवा. मतलब ड्यूटीज एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आर एडिंग इन द जॉब बट स्कोप ऑफ द जॉब इज सेम. लाइक एज अ टीचर है सही हुआ. नो माता ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दा वही कि मिस्टर अदील तखो टीचर ये नो उस्ताद एग्जामिनेशन डिपार्टमेंट मशर हमशा सही हुआ. या फॉर एग्जांपल माता वही लेट्स सपोज चाहता होता वाया मा कि गोरा मिस्टर अदील त यो मेज जोड़ का, यो चौके जोड़ का, उस चौके दे पारा रॉ मटेरियल हम खपला रवड़ा सही हुआ, कटिंग हम खपला कवा इज इट او چې کوم دی فور ایگزامپل شیپ مخفله ورکوا، رنگ مخفله کوا، اسمبلنگ هم مخفله کوا. اب ګوره زما ریسپانسیبিলিټی صرف اور صرف اسمبلنگ پورې وا، لیکن اوس مې سره چې دی را مټیریل هم زخپله راوړم، رنگ هم زخپله کوم، اسمبلنگ هم زخپله کوم. اٹ مینز دیٹ دیر از د انلارجمنٹ سچوله زما ډیوټیز چې کوم دی دغه سیوا شو سچوله دغه هم سیوا کیږي ورسره، پی هم سیوا کیږي، لیکن سکوپ چې کوم دی ریسپانسیبিলিټی چې کوم دی هغه سیوا شو. No, that process is known as your job enlargement. Enlarge, big the job, simply huge the job. Job enlargement means broadening the scope of a job by spending the number of related tasks. जैसे हम मास्टर सोचे यो task सरा combine no task को ना हम add करी पके. Assigning more duties and responsibilities in a given job. So through this way, the job designer redesign the job for an employee to add more similar tasks into a given job. And the last, same job enrichment. Gora enrichment. Enrichment mean responsibilities को सिवा कीगी, टास्कों को सिवा कीगी, लेकिन विरसरा पावर अथॉरिटी हम सिवा कीगी सिंपली. लेकिन जॉब इनलार्जमेंट के कानून सिवा कीगी, लेकिन दगा चिकम दा स्कोप चिकम दा मतलब पावर्स अथॉरिटी चिकम दा आना सिवा कीगी, लेकिन दलता चिकम दे सही दलता स्कोप हम सिवा कीगी. वेरी enrichment दे पावर सिवा कीगी सही. So increase the depth of a job, adding the responsibility for planning, organizing, controlling and evaluating the jobs, providing more authority. As I told you chigura dalta responsibility sara authority hum siwasha, lekin enlargement kam de aga authority na siwa ki. So responsibility into a given job is called job enrichment. Sometimes manager decide to give more authority and responsibility to employee for better performance. Through this way they redesign the job. Hope inshallah a bit idea will be clear. Thank you so much.